Okay, sorry, my mic was on, so it's retarded. Hey guys, I am Sam Sensei. I am here to teach some Japanese. This is going to be the first real episode. I had a pilot episode before, but the settings were wrong on Twitch, so it actually got deleted, which is a shame. Let's get this guy view. So yeah, I'm doing this episode again as episode 1. Yes, so I've just got a lovely message from Chumbo. Hi, I'm from twitch.com. Unfortunately, your channel has bad positions due to the small number of viewers. We will be happy to help you with the promotion. We have a lot of great features like chat, gradual build-up of viewers who will promote you to the top and will help you earn on your favorite businesses. Oh, cool. Well, yeah, this is actually the first lesson, so I wasn't expecting to have any viewers. So go do one. So yes, this is going to be probably a little bit better than the first time I did it. Made a couple of mistakes, but now I sort of have it rehearsed, so yeah. Let's stick this guy here. We should give him a name. I think it's a duck, so Ahiru. Ahiru. That's duck. So we can call him, what should we call him? Can't think of a good name like that. Ruchan? Rukun? Ruchan or Rukun? Which one should we do? Let's say it's a her. She's got a little ponytail there. Ruchan. Okay, so this is going to be the first lesson. I'm going to do 3 lessons a week. And if I manage to get support on Patreon, then I will $500 on Patreon, and I'll go up to 4 lessons a week. $1,000 on Patreon for a month. I will go up to 5 lessons a week. The whole point in these lessons is to get you to speak Japanese. Obviously. But you have to listen to my advice. If you listen to my advice and you do what I ask, or do what I tell you to do, you will be able to speak to Japanese natives, and I will be able to help you. Hold on a second. Yeah, and I will be able to help you. I'm just seeing the drop frames here. Seems to be getting a bit slow sometimes. I'm going to drop the frame rate because I think it's a bit high. I'm also going to record this too, just in case. I don't want to do the same lesson 3 times. Okay. Let's move you a bit closer, dude. Since this is the first lesson, I don't have a following, so I'm just going to tweet it out that I'm finally teaching lessons. So bear with me for a second. Hey. I am Sam Sensei at Interactive Japanese. I am teaching Japanese from the ground up, starting today at twitch.tv / interactive Japanese. Let's just give it some tags. Japanese massage, Japanese lover. What? Just for Japanese. Tokyo. Japan. Nihongo. Anime. You know the kind of people are going to be here. Street Fighter. Capcom. Okay, anyway, you get my idea. Right. I'm going to also share this on Discord. God's sake. Okay. I'm going to change the settings, like I said, to just going to lower the bitrate of the stream, because if it's too high, it's not going to necessarily be good for everyone. So we'll change the output stream to rate control. Seems like I can't change it now. Okay, well that's a shame. I won't be able to change it, but that's fine. Try to find a remote control for the lighting. Right. So that's enough delaying. Let's get on with this. It's kind of cold here in England, so I'm having to... this isn't actually being used as a pop shield. This is just a support for Ruchan. Come on, Ruchan. You need to sit up. Pay attention. It's way too bright on him. Okay, let's go. So, I've been learning Japanese for the past 13 years. I lived in Japan for 5 years in Tokyo, kind of got over it and decided to come back to England. But my wife is Japanese and we have a Japanese kid, and I still speak Japanese every single day. I studied Japanese both in London and in Tokyo. So, well, if you want to hear more about that, then we can get into a conversation about that. But let's begin the lesson. So, firstly, do you have a pen and paper? Because that's what you need. We're going to start off by checking the main pronunciation in Japanese. 95% of the sounds in Japanese come from these. So, you know in English how we have A, E, I, O, U? Well, in Japanese it's kind of similar, but it's not A, E, I, O, U. They put it in this order. A, I, U, E, O. And the pronunciation is different. So first, let's get into the pronunciation of these. I once had an English teacher who thought the pronunciation of pronunciation was pronunciation. And she didn't believe me, so I had to correct her. And she even looked in the dictionary and then realised that I was right. It was pretty damn hilarious. Anyway. Right, let me just make this font smaller. It's a bit too big. Okay. This time is the best time for the, I think, English people who want to learn Japanese, people in England and Europe. But the rest of the lessons are going to be probably the best time for Americans. So if you look in the schedule below, you can see the other two lessons are a better time for Americans, which should be useful. So in England we have in English, A, E, I, O, U. So remember this, but just scrap it. This is Japanese we're doing, so it's not A, E, I, O, U anymore. We're going A, I, U, E, O. I'm going to try and reference as many things as I can in these lessons to Japanese culture. or games or anime or something. So you'll know already a I U E O if you've played Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2. There's the la li lu le lo. Kind of like a, I guess it's somewhat of a joke that Japanese people can't say the L word, so it's like sort of a nonsense sound in Japanese. But it's based on this A E I O U, a I U E O. So we need to pronounce these correctly if we're going to go anywhere in Japanese. I believe this is one of the first places we should be starting. It's going to help you separate the sounds in different words. And from the first word you learn, this is going to be important. So let's start off on the right foot. So, a, I, U, E, O. If you're going to take a note of this, it would be useful. So, a, I, U, E, O. O. It's like O, but it's just more O. A, I, U, E, O. So please repeat after me. A, I, U, E, O. A, I, U, E, O. Now, all of these lessons will be uploaded to YouTube afterwards, so if you want to go back and listen to the pronunciation again, or find a video on YouTube where somebody else, a Japanese person, does the pronunciation, it might be even better. But this is where you need to start. A, I, U, E, O. Okay, so now we have the pronunciation. We're going to learn our first word. So, are you ready? This is the first word we're going to learn. You got to remember, it's going to use all these sounds. Ha, ji, me, ma, shi, te. So it's using the same sounds. A, I, E, a, I, E. Ha, ji, me, ma, shi, te. A, I, E, a, I, e. Hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. So the shi and the te sort of merge into one. Hajimemashite. 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 Te. Shi. Shite. Mashite. Memashite. Hajimemashite. So repeat after me. Hajimemashite. 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 Okay, great. I assume you did it well. So, keeping this in mind, we're going to go... Whoop. We're not going to rock the whole world. We're going to go... Stick this down here. Keep this in mind when we're speaking Japanese today. I'm going to put it over here. A, I, U, E, O. Okay. Hajimemashite. Hajimemashite means nice to meet you. So, it's a fitting first word to learn. Hajimemashite. Nice to meet you. So, let's reveal the word list for today. So, if you have time to make a list of these now, it would be useful. Otherwise, they're going to be put on the left-hand side anyway, so don't worry too much about it. So these are words we're going to be using today, and we may use some other words, but I'll let you know. So, watashi is I. Atashi. Atashi. So it's using the same sounds. Watashi. Watashi. Atashi. Atai. Atai. Watashi. Atai. Watashi. Anata. A. Anata. Anata. It's simple. Anata means you. Des. Desu. Des. U. But you can omit the U sound, so des. is are. Namae, name. This is casual, so this is when you use it about yourself. If you want to be honorific to others, you put an O at the start. It's o namae. O makes a noun honorific. So if you want to be polite to someone, you put an O at the start of some nouns. You have to learn this as you go along. You can't just stick on everything. You can't say o tabemono, which is food, further down. Anyway, nani, nang. So it means what. Nani is on its own a useful word. Nan is when you use it in part of a sentence. So you like, well, we'll see today. Nani, what. Suki means like. Ski, ski. Again, you can omit this u. Ski, 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 ski. Tabemono means food. Mono means thing. Nomimono means drink. So tabemono, eat thing. Nomimono, drink thing. Okay. So I'm going to stick this list over here. And we're going to make some sentences. So what's the first word we learned? It's in the bottom right down here. I hope you have made a note of this. Hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. So I'm going to make a sentence for you. I'm going to make some sentence for you to learn. So let's make this. Let's make some sentences. I'm going to write these out in real time so you can see how they are formed. So we're going to make conversation. So, nice to meet you. So it's very simple. In Japanese, it's just one word. I'm going to make this smaller if I can. Text. Font style, font size. Here we go. So nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So person 1 says, nice to meet you. Person 2 says, person 1, and then in Japanese, hajime mashite. Hajime mashite. This is hajime mashite. Nice to meet you in Japanese. Let me align this to the left. Okay. Hajimemashite. And there are other words you can say for hello, but today we're going to learn nice to meet you. Player 2. Person 2 says, same thing return. Hajimemashite. So you say the same greeting in return. Hajimemashite. And then person 2 is going to say, onamae. So onamae is on the list, the words list. So if you haven't written the words list, please start writing the words list. Onamae wa nan desu ka? So we're already encountering two important things here. These are particles. First one is wa, and the second one is ka. And we're going to start with wa. So onamae wa nan desu ka? This means onamae, name, wa. It denounces the topic of the sentence. Onamae wa nan desu ka? Nan means what, as you can see on the left. Des means is, and ka is a question. So you see this question mark and ka is the same meaning. Because we're writing it in Romaji, which is English alphabet, we're putting a question mark with ka, so we understand it's a question. So, what is your name? What is your name? If you just give me one moment to double check something. So, I'm going to add this to this pronunciation thing here. So the topic of the subject is marked by wa. So onamai wa. Anything before wa is part of the topic. Okay? So let's make a little list here in the pronunciation thing. So we're going to say particles or joshi are what helps the sentence. Joshi means like aiding. It aids the sentence's creation. Wa denounces the topic of the sentence. Ka shows that a sentence has become a topic, a question. Indicates question. I need to put this one also to put to the right. Okay, particles, joshi. Wa, topic. Ka indicates question. I hope that's easy enough to understand. Okay. We're going to come back to particles in a while. So, onamai wa nan desu ka? Onamai, name, wa. Topic is before wa, so onamai, name. Nan desu ka? So, what is name? What is your name? What? Nan desu ka? And you would reply, watashi, my. Okay, no. Onamai wa Sam desu. Sam is my name, Samu. Well, my name is Sam. Let's put the top sentence in the same order that we've got here. Japanese first. Okay, my name is Sam. Here we go. My name is Sam. Watashi no onamai wa Sam desu. So we've already got another particle here. All in all, there's only between 8 and 10 or something particles, I believe. Yeah, maybe. So we're already close to halfway, I guess. So no indicates possession, ownership. So again, if you're going to make notes of this, it would be very useful. Notes of what the particles do. I'm not going to explain them every single lesson. So please be vigilant in your learning. My friend's saying something. Okay. Yes. So, watashi no onamai wa Sam desu. My name is Sam. So, watashi, my, onamai, no. So this no particle shows indicates ownership. So watashi no is my. So whatever is before the no is what owns whatever's after the no. So watashi no onamai, my name. Watashi no bag. Watashi no kaban. Watashi no bag is my bag. Kaban and bag are both usable. Watashi no kaban, my bag. Watashi no bagu, my bag. So in this times, I have to correct this. So watashi no namae wa, you don't use o in reference to yourself. Sorry. So you don't need to be respectful to yourself. Bear this in mind. Because if you say o namae about yourself, it means you're like showing respect to yourself, which is really weird. You only show your respect to a third party. Second party, third party, yeah. So, watashi no namae wa Sam desu. So now we know what wa means. It's the topic indicator. So watashi no namae, my name, and then wa. So everything before wa is the topic. So watashi no namae becomes the topic. My name wa Sam desu. My name wa Sam desu. Watashi no namae wa Sam desu. Des just means is or are. There's no plural in Japanese in that sense. Okay. A more simple way to say this is watashi wa well, let's say the second person. The second person says wakarimashita. I understand, or I've understood. This is past tense. Wakarimashita. I understand. Wakarimashita. Wakarimashita. Ta. Shi. Shita. Ma. Mashita. Wakarimashita. Ta. Shi. Ta. Shita. Mashita. Wakarimashita. Wakarimashita. Watashi wa. Who should we use? Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Since I'm going to be using Dragon Ball Z today anyway. Wakarimashita. Watashi wa Goku desu. So this is more simple. It just means understood. I am Goku. I'm intentionally not capitalizing Japanese words because there is no capitalization in Japanese. Bear that in mind. So you can forget about capitalization and stuff. It's pretty handy to not have to remember. So we have a conversation here. So, hajimemashite. Nice to meet you. Hajimemashite. O namae wa nan desu ka? What is your name? Watashi no namae wa Sam desu. Person 2. Wakarimashita. Watashi wa Goku desu. Understood. I am Goku. So in this sense, it's in this example, watashi wa Goku desu. So before wa is I. So I, Goku, desu, am. So am is are all denoted by desu. Okay, so our first small conversation. And please make a note of this, and if you can, try and practice it with somebody, or practice it on your own, because you have to learn it. And also make a note of these moras, the units of sound below, where it says pronunciation down here. A, I, U, E, O. Write these down too. Make sure to write down the word list. Okay, so far we've, if you see today's task list in the top left, we've gone through pronunciation, greetings, and 3 of 4 particles, and some grammar as well. So, I'm just going to give you some time to copy this. If you want somebody to practice this with, please read the top here where it says Interactive Japanese. To request online tutoring via Skype, send me an email at interactivejapanese808@gmail.com. That's interactivejapanese808@gmail.com. I offer reasonable prices. I've been in Japan for too long. I offer reasonable prices for Japanese lessons. So if you'd like to learn one-on-one, then let's do it. There will also be links in the below for Facebook groups and other channels, so check those out. I haven't put them in quite yet, but they will be in within the next day or so. Okay, so this is the first small bit of conversation we've learned. Let's go on to conversation 2. So please make a note of this. If you haven't made a note of this, then watch the re-upload on YouTube. Again, the links will be below, so don't worry too much right now. But definitely make a note of all these conversations. At least screenshot it. So hit your Windows key, and then print screen. And then you can go to your pictures folder, screenshots, and you'll be able to find it in there. That's Windows key, print screen, pictures, screenshots, and then you'll have all this information right here. Print it off, keep a picture in your phone, whatever. Just somewhere you can easily access it, and you will access it. Okay, so let's continue. We'll learn some more conversations. So I'm just going to copy this. Right. So, conversation 2. I assume you've had enough time to copy this down, so let's go into conversation 2. So we're going to learn how to say, I like blah blah blah. So this could be hobbies or food, etc. Again, please make notes. So we're going to learn 1. Watashi wa. Again, I. Wa before wa is I, so I am the topic. Watashi wa. Watashi wa sushi. Sushi ga suki desu. Okay, so something's happened here. I'm going to assume you know what sushi is. It's the same in English and Japanese. Sushi is sushi. It's the food that you eat. Watashi wa sushi ga suki desu. So we've had one new word in here, and that's ga. This is another particle. I am now going to erase the pronunciation from the bottom right. So ga is introducing the subject. Just double to check, because I always mix up topic and subject. Okay, ga, subject. So subject is secondary information that often relates to the first topic. Obviously the topic of the sentence is the topic, but ga can either be related to wa, or it can be it can be new information. But for today it's related to wa. So watashi wa sushi ga suki desu. Watashi wa sushi ga suki desu. I like sushi. I just had a good idea that will help me clarify what things are more. So if you just bear with me a minute. This is actually a pretty good idea. Literally just thought of it. For today, I'm going to be indicating I'm going to be using these icons to emphasize 1. Particles, joshi. 1. Particles, joshi will be emphasized in green, and then we're going to have nouns emphasized in blue. Noun is meishi in Japanese, and well, that'll do for now. So nouns in blue and particles in green. Just going to put a little key down here. So I'm going to import these little objects to help us. Image, add new source. Blue, done. Now if I change the opacity of these to, let's say 50% or so. Okay. There we go. So nouns. Watashi is a noun, simply a noun in Japanese. Pronouns and nouns in Japanese, it's not so easy to split them up. You don't really split them up in Japanese, as far as I know. Watashi wa sushi, again, is another noun. Noun is meishi. For some reason that one doesn't want to work properly. If I duplicate this, is it going to... Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'm going to literally just use it for underlining then. So, watashi... It's weird how the different opacities, I don't really understand why that would happen. It seems to be pretty stupid. So anyway, yeah, so sushi is a noun, as is watashi, I. So let's learn the correct words for these two. So, nouns are blue. So meishi. Meishi. Noun. Particles, joshi. We're going to have a quick check to see if it's Joshi or Joshi. I believe it's just Joshi. Yep, Joshi. Okay. Right, so we've got watashi wa sushi ga suki desu. Let's also import the particles. Watashi wa sushi ga suki desu. There we go. So noun, particle, suki desu. Watashi wa sushi ga suki desu. I like sushi. Suki, like. Suki desu, I like. So you can have that as a sentence on its own. Suki desu. Suki desu. So if you say to a person, watashi wa sushi ga suki desu, and you want to ask them if they like it too. So then you reply. You continue. Sushi ga suki desu ka? So ka makes it into a question, as we know. Do you like sushi? So we don't need to say anata wa yet, because we've admitted it at this point. Sushi ga suki desu ka? Do you like sushi? I like. Do you like sushi? Then person 2 is going to say, Hai. Hai means yes. Watashi wa sushi ga suki desu. Yes, I like sushi. So let's add this word to the word list. We've got this word hai. Let me edit this. Okay. Hi. Yes. And then we're also going to put the word in for no. Iie. Iie. No. Okay. Hi. Iie. Watashi, anata, desu, namae, onamae, nani, suki, tabemono, nomimono, hai, iie. So we always start with the topic and then we bring in the subject, which is ga. So wa is always the topic of the sentence. Wa rarely changes from being the topic of the sentence. There are times where you can use wa twice, but this is way more advanced than where we are at the moment. So now we can say this. Conversation 2. We can say I like sushi. We can say watashi wa sushi ga suki desu. I like sushi. Watashi wa baseball, basketball ga suki desu. So let's add some new words. Some words you can use to say that you like. Tsuri, fishing. Maybe you like fishing, hey? I don't know. It's popular in Japan. Tsuri. Basketball. It's basketball. I'm not going to write the English word. Saka. 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 So football is saka. Saka. That's like English football. I don't know what American football is. I think it's just football. I'm going to say English or maybe UK will be better. EU. One more word you can use. I like pizza. Pizza. Is pizza. 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 Okay. So it's conversation 2. It's not much of a conversation, but here we are. Watashi wa sushi ga suki desu. I like sushi. Sushi ga suki desu ka? Do you like sushi? Hai. Watashi wa sushi ga suki desu. Yes, I like sushi. Okay. So let's go on to conversation 3. This will be the last conversation for today. Please write in your notes. I'm going to get rid of these. Again, let's duplicate this. Okay, conversation 3. So we're going to learn what we've used so far and add some more. Not quite sure what's going on here. Edited the wrong one. Okay, conversation 3. Hajimemashite. Nice to meet you. Hajimemashite. Watashi wa Samu desu. Onamae wa nan desu ka? So this is all one person saying this. So I'm saying to you, Hajimemashite. You know what this means? Yes, you do. Nice to meet you. Watashi wa Samu desu. I am Sam. Onamae wa nan desu ka? What is your name? How do you reply? Think. お名前は何ですか? Watashi, I, no, my, so anything before no owns whatever after no. Watashi no namae wa is the topic marker. Watashi no namae wa, my name is, your name. Let's say your name is Brian. Hello, Brian. Watashi no namae wa Brian desu. So you said this. First say hajimemashite, please. So I've said, hajimemashite. Watashi wa Sam desu. Onamae wa nan desu ka? And you say, hajimemashite. Watashi no namae wa desu. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question. Ski, like. Anata no ski na. So na makes something into an adjective. If you make it into an adjective, then everything after the na belongs to the words just before the na. Belongs in the sense that it's going to become like an adjective, basically. So ski na, tabemono, food. On the far left there, we have tabemono on the list. Wa, so everything before the wa is the topic. Anata no, your. Ski na, favorite. Tabemono, food. Wa, nan, what. Desu ka. So this is quite a long sentence, but I believe with your brain power you can learn this. So let's look at it again. I'm asking you, anata no, your, anata, you, no, owning, suki na tabemono, wa nan desu ka? What is your suki na tabemono? What is your favorite food? And you're just going to say, I like. Number 2 says, watashi wa. And then your favorite food, pizza. Pizza ga suki desu. I like pizza. So, here you have conversation 3 again. Rewatch this on YouTube, write everything down, analyze it. If you don't know any of the words, then feel free to look up the word list. But of course, if you want to research the things yourself, then you can go to, bear with me a moment. Go to jisho.org. If you go to jisho.org, you're going to very quickly work out what files, what words you can use, what words you can't use. It's a very useful resource, rather. So please use it, jisho.org. I'm going to put that here. So if you want to research more food, if you want to research anything, go to jisho.org and that will help you. I've been using this for the past 10 years, probably longer, and it's a very good resource. Okay, so we've got 3 conversations. That's it for the basics of the grammar today and the words we're going to learn. So, please look them over. We'll recap at the start of next lesson. And now we're going to go on to learn with music and learn with media. I want to remind you that if you want to request online tutoring via Skype from me, We can learn one-on-one at your pace, learn whatever you want to learn. Just email me at interactivejapanese808@gmail.com. That's right up there. These lessons are free. There's 3 lessons a week. And providing Patreon goals go well, there may be 4 or 5 lessons a week. But if you want special attention and you want to pay for business Japanese or just for casual Japanese, I believe I have set about, it was either $18 or $20 an hour. It'll be on the Facebook links below. Business Japanese, I think it's $32 or $33 per hour. It's much harder to learn Japanese in business and much harder to teach. So yeah, if you would like to learn, then please join. Yes, right. So now we're going to learn with music. This is where. Let me just open this. Okay. Learning with music is, in my opinion, very important. I don't find that a lot of people make a good emphasis on learning Japanese with various medias. I think it should be learned with music, and it should be learned with anime, your favorite thing. Whatever you want to learn it with, you should learn it like that. It won't make language learning slower. It just, maybe you shouldn't focus on it, I mean, not too much, unless you're literally going to live and breathe it. I mean, you can't literally just learn Japanese from watching anime unless, well, you can, but you're going to sound a bit strange, and you won't learn all the correct structures and stuff, and you won't know how to form verbs and things like this, conjugating verbs. But saying that, you need to cultivate your interest in Japan to learn Japanese. You can't learn Japanese if you don't have any interest in Japan. If you just spend your time learning lessons the whole time, just learning class the whole time, then finally go to Japan, and you don't have any other interest other than learning Japanese, it might be enough for a year or 2, but if you don't have any real interest or really any connections to Japan from, how you feel, then you'll find it hard to make friends because you won't have any hobbies or interests in common. So what I want to do is I want to help you learn about Japanese culture, Japanese music, Japanese media. We'll be listening to Japanese music, looking at Japanese TV, learning old Japanese songs, learning new Japanese songs. Sorry. I'm going to help you with that. So I'm just recovering from a cold, so my throat's a bit weird. We're going to learn from a song called Sukiyaki today. It's a very old Japanese song. Let's turn down the background music. We're going to learn the first verse of this song. Now, obviously, the level is way above what we already know, so we'll find it very hard to understand, but it's definitely interesting to do so. So this is a song called Sukiyaki, Ue o Muite Aruko. It's by Sakamoto Ryu, I believe. I'm just going to double check that. Ue o Muite. It's called Sukiyaki. The reason I've chosen this song is for 2 reasons. Oh, sorry, it's Kyu Sakamoto. Sakamoto Kyu. Sakamoto Ryuichi is a singer from a band called Lunacy. Sakamoto Ryuichi. Oh no, that's Kawamoto Ryuichi. Sakamoto Ryuichi is a very famous composer. He's in the Yellow Magic Orchestra. His most famous song that foreigners would know is Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. Anyway, no need to load that. Okay. So we're going to learn the song by Sakamoto Kyu, and the reason that I'm teaching this is because the first time I went to university, my teacher called Kyu Sensei taught me the song. And the reason I want to teach it to you is because it's an okay song, but I think it's very indicative of a Japanese kokoro, Japanese heart. So the lyrics are ue, up. I'm going to make a list of all these words in a minute. Ue o muite aruko. Let's walk with our head held high or facing upwards. Namida ga koborenai yoni. So our tears don't fall. so not to show our tears basically. Omoidasu haru no hi. Do you remember? Haru, spring, no, hi, day. So haru, no, so of haru, of spring, haru no hi. Do you remember those spring days? Hitoribochi no yoru. All alone at night time. Okay, remember the aim of this section is not to confuse you with Japanese that you obviously don't understand. It's for us to listen to the song and to cultivate our knowledge of Japanese culture. While learning a few words, you may pick up one of these words. Sukiyaki is it's a very common food that even we have in the West, like sukiyaki sauce, teriyaki chicken, sukiyaki. I believe we use these. So let me copy and duplicate again. I'm going to put a list of these words. If you want to create your own little word list, if you want to be a star pupil and make a really good word list, then you'll be able to do so here. This is where we're going to start. So I'm going to write all these. Ue means up, above. O is a particle of an action. Muite, muku, is face, like face a direction. I'm just going to make sure that you can see all these. Yeah, you can. Aruko. Aruku is the simple form. Aruko, let's walk. And then walk for aruku. Namida, tears. Namida desu ka? Are those tears? Ga, we know what ga means. That's to introduce the subject. Koboreru. Koboreru is full, like water dribbling, pouring out. Koborenai yoni. Yoni. Well, okay, we're not going to learn that because there's no point learning that now. Omoidasu. So this is in a question form. Omoidasu is to remember. But here in the song it's like Omoidasu, do you remember? You know what? Omoidasu haru no hi hitoribochi no yoru. You know what? Maybe it's not a question. It's Omoidasu. To me, that's kind of questionable. I'm not sure. It could be a question. It may not be a question. I will look that up for you afterwards. So omoidasu means to remember. Haru, spring. No, possession. Hi, days. Spring days. Do you remember spring days? So days, spring days. So the days belonging to spring. Haru no hi. Hitori means alone. Hitoribochi means like all alone. It's just more emphasis. Hitoribochi. It's more like this, the spelling. All alone. It's like a what's the word? Emphasis on the feeling. Kanjo. Emphasis. Emotional emphasis. Feeling all alone, basically. Hitoribochi no yoru. Yoru, nighttime. So again, it's the same no. It's belonging to night time. So, hitoribochi no yoru. So, nights all alone. So the nights spent all alone. Okay, so these are the words from the song. If you want to make a list of these, and if you can just remember one of them, namida, tears, then it'll be useful. I'm going to sing this song now, so don't laugh. If if you want to research this song, do so. So you can see the title, Sukiyaki, Sakamoto Kyu. Just get the chords up because I don't remember them. So let's do it slowly. 上を向いて歩こう涙がこぼれないように思い出す春の日一人ぼっちの夜 Let's walk on with our head held high, so our tears do not fall. Do you remember those spring days, all alone at night time? See, in Japan, this song is... You're going to find it very hard to find a person who doesn't know their song. Now, in my opinion, this is my opinion of this song. Let's walk on with our head held high, so our tears don't fall. Do you remember those spring days, all alone at night time? So, in Japan, it's very... You've probably heard about it before, but there's always a mask that people have on. And, konnichiwa, you're a bit late. I'm at a kind of hard part of the... it's konnichiwa. Oh, sorry. O-N. Konnichiwa. Just so you know. Thanks for joining. Okay. So you're going to have to go back and listen to the start of the lesson on YouTube because it's going to be too hard. At this point, it's just we're learning about the culture of Japan. So, ue o muite aruko. Let's walk on with our head held high. Namida ga koborenai yoni. So our tears do not fall. Omoidasu haru no hi. Do you remember those spring days? Or I remember those spring days, all alone at night time. So this means trying to be brave and walking all alone at night time with your head held high as not to show your feelings. In Japan, like showing your feelings or showing the true... What the hell is this? Showing your true feelings is something that's not done. It's like hidden. It's like a hidden thing, and you only show your true feelings to your real friends. And then there's another mask where you don't even show those true feelings, like even to yourself or like something like that. So yeah, I like this song in a sense because I learned it, and I'm sort of brainwashed to like it and the melody. But I don't really like the message, which is to just hide your feelings, basically. So yeah, but this is a really famous song, and obviously Japanese people seem to like it, so it resonates with them that they should hide their feelings. I don't mind if people contend with me about this idea because this is the way I think about it, and I think it's clearly what it means. So I'm going to sing it one more time for you, and then if you want to go and look the song up, Sukiyaki by Sakamoto Kyu, afterwards, then you can. And maybe you have a new artist you'll want to listen to, if you like listening to old music like me. Next time we'll learn a newer song, and then we'll go backwards and forwards. Old music, new music, old music. So, I've got the chords up. 上を向いて歩こう涙がこぼれないように思い出す春の日一人ぼっちの夜一人ぼっちの夜 Okay, so if you enjoyed listening to that, that's good. You can learn a new artist every single time you come, and I will drag you into the Japanese culture until we find one that you like. Okay, sugoi. Thank you. Sugoi means amazing, so awesome or something. Down there, Dankist said. That's very nice. So that's a new word if you want to add to your list. Sugoi. You don't need two eyes, but just like this. Sugoi. Sugoi. Down at the bottom there. Sugoi. So, yes, so we've learned pronunciation, greetings, particles, and grammar. So we're going to learn with music. We've done that one, and we're going to learn with media now. Again, learning with media is something you can do alone. All you have to do is take a very small clip, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and you can learn at least a word. And you'll have an experience to relate it to. So today we're going to be looking at... It's Dragonball Z. Right. Or was this part of Dragonball GT? No, it was Z, wasn't it? The Buu Saga. Okay, so... Let me stick this chat over here. Today, again, it's going to be kind of hard. So we're going to take a very small amount of information, and we're going to try and learn whatever we can. It's fine if we just learn a small amount, as long as we're learning something, and we're enjoying it. So you find a clip, and then finally you listen, and you can understand what they're saying. Okay. I've covered up the subtitles in this, which unfortunately has also made me cover up Goten's head, but that's what happens. So let's watch this clip. Let's go to the start of the clip, ideally. So Chi-Chi is talking to Videl. Why? Because Videl is trying to learn from her son, Gohan. Gohan, yes. So she's asking her what her intentions are. Okay, so this is as far as we're going to look. So this is what? 11 seconds in. This is all we're going to learn. But there's a lot to unpack, so let's do this. Ika. So Ika. Hold on a second, let me just get something to copy. Okay. What? So we're going to copy this, duplicate this. Okay, so let's make a list here. So Chi-Chi, Gohan's mother, is saying Ika. Ika. Now what does this mean? So E means good. And we know ka means ka. It means a question. In this sense, it's quite different. So Ika means like Ikara means like listen. Ika. So you're saying like, are you good to listen? I think you say this kind of in Americans, like good? Are we good? It's like kind of like indicating like if something's, you know, it's I don't know, we don't really use it like that in England. But anyway, so Ika means listen. Listen here or listen up. Ika. So I've got a question mark here, but in a sense, this is like more like Ika. Like listen here, listen up. Now Chi-Chi is speaking very roughly, so you don't necessarily want to copy what she's saying. Shojiki. So this is honestly. Shojiki. Yudana. So this is again. She's basically saying, Shojiki ni ite kudasai. Tell me the truth. I'm not streaming on any other platform right now, and you can interrupt because it's interactive Japanese, dude. That's the whole point. I'm not streaming anything now, but I will be putting it on YouTube afterwards. So she's saying, tell me the truth. Wagatta. Wakatta. Yeah, wakatta. If you want to learn with anime, you really need to probably start writing it and actually research. So if you go to gshow.org, I'm going to link it for you. you can research how to properly use the words that you're hearing in anime. Okay, so shojiki ite kudasai, tell me the truth. Shojiki means honestly. Shojiki yu da na, so it means you're going to tell me the truth, right? Now the whole point of this is so we can actually listen to the pronunciation of this, not so you have to remember every single word. Again, at this early level, you're not going to know how to remember these words, or you won't know how to unpack them. So that's not the point of it, so don't worry too much. If you make a word list of these and you remember these things, then that's brilliant, because you have an experience to remember them too. So we're going to pick up a few words. So this is all we're going to listen to. So. Hontoni Gohan-chan o date ni sasoi ni kita wake janebe ka? So there's a lot to unpack here. Hontoni Gohan-chan. So chan is what you use for like small kids or like girls. So basically, Chi-Chi's being very defensive over her son. Oh, date ni sasoi ni kita wake jane. So again, you can look up all these words yourself on gshow.org, but essentially what she's saying is, you really didn't come to invite Gohan on a date. And the reason she's saying this is because Videl actually wants to train with him, but she's thinking that she wants to date Gohan, which you know, that does end up happening, obviously. So what we're going to take from this is hontoni and deto. So hontoni means really. Honto and then ni is a particle, but we'll learn that later. Hontoni, really. Date, it's a date. Deto. So in Japanese we say deto. It's date. So let's add those two to your word list. These are the two that I wanted to take away for today, is hontoni and deto. Hontoni, deto. So if we use these in an example sentence that we were using before, Anata wa honto ni Sam desu ka? Are you really Sam? The famous Sam, you know, if it was someone who's famous or something, for example. Hope I will get to use deito soon. Well, if you follow these lessons and I teach you how to interact and I can help you find places to find Japanese friends, there's no reason that you can't do it in Japan. That's the whole point in these lessons. If you follow what I ask you to do, if you make the word list, if you remember these things, if you email me interactivejapanese808@gmail.com and request lessons, then there's no reason you can't go to Japan. There'll be 3 lessons a week. The first lesson is only an hour and a half, but the second lesson will be 2 hours, and from then on it'll be 2 hours. Yeah. If you follow these lessons, in 6 months, a year, you'll be talking to Japanese people online, messaging. You might even get friends to talk to on Skype, you never know. That's the aim of this, is to actually interact with Japanese people. So please follow along, and these things can happen. Honestly. I know it seems really hard, but we can get there. Okay, so copy, paste. Date. 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 A date. 本当に Really? Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this, and we're going to use this. Yeah. So, let's make some sentences. Also copy down these sentences. So one says, Sugoi. So this was you just used, oh, amazing. Anata wa hontoni. So before the wa, anata, you, it's the topic of the sentence. Hontoni, really? Sam desu ka? So sam-san desu ka? Use san to use san when you address someone. So it's like Mr. Sugoi, anata wa hontoni sam-san desu ka? Amazing. Are you really the Sam? 2. So you reply, and then I'll reply, Hi, yes, watashi wa Sam desu. I am Sam. I am Sam. Anyway. Yes. I am Sam. Okay, there we go. So we've learned hontoni. So really? Hontoni something desu ka? Hontoni noun desu ka? Hontoni noun desu ka? By the way, what's the other way you say ika? You said it's not used anymore. It's used. It's just kind of like a rough way to speak to people, and you probably don't want to speak to people like that roughly. Yeah, you can say like ikara. Ikara means listen. Ikara. Ikara. I'll write it down at the bottom here. But it's still sort of rude if you ikara means like shut up and listen. You have to be very careful. And if you want to just be polite and ask people to listen, kiite kudasai. Please listen. Kudasai means listen. Okay, so I'm going to put all the notes that we've used today in the description of the video when I upload it to YouTube, so that we'll have all of the notes, everything we've learned today. I'll even put homework in there. If you become a patron on the page that I'm going to link, then you will get extra notes, more study materials, and there are various rewards like being the teacher's pet. I'll be at your beck and call to answer your questions any time of the day. There are other lessons, there are other perks for different tiers, which is joining a group where I'll teach you, joining a group where you can ask different questions. And I'll answer within the group, or we can have one-on-one. There's loads of different rewards, so check out the Kickstarter. I'll link it on Twitch in a few hours, within the next 15 hours, 14 hours, and 12 hours or so. And it will also be linked in the YouTube video when I upload it too. Yeah. So it's going to be the end of the lesson now. So here's the things we've looked over. If you didn't have a chance to copy and make a note of them, just press the Windows key. Are you pressing the Windows key? And then print screen. Go to your pictures, go to your screenshots, and it'll be in there. Arigato. No problem, dude. So here's the first screen, and then here's the music we did. Let's move the chat. So there's the analyst that's not on the bottom right there as well. And here's the Dragonball Z stuff. No, that's not it. Okay, I actually deleted the Dragonball Z stuff, so you'd have to go back over the old video, or just look at the notes that I'm going to include. Hope you get lots of Patreon. Yeah, it would be cool. Anyway, so that's that for now. So let's see what's the cleanest page. It's this one, isn't it? So we're going to go over the song one more time. Let's go over it one more time. I will also put in the notes. I'll also include the music that I referenced, and I'll include a couple more bands or songs that you may like, depending on the genre. So if you want lessons or if you want to inquire about anything, please send me an email at interactivejapanese808@gmail.com. interactivejapanese808@gmail.com. Okay, so this will be the end of the lesson now. I'm just going to play the song out. Thank you for joining me, and come back for the second lesson in 2 days, I believe it is. Friday, Sunday, yeah, in 2 days. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll see you next time.